His name? Ice out! Ice out! Bring us to the table. This is a national problem. And we got real community leaders that need to be at the forefront having these conversations with the state representatives. Ice out!
Thank you so much. What was your name again?
Why
Ty,
does stuff
thank
be
you.
tweaking?
Thank you, sir.
What's going on?
Ice out!
I'm trying to get the video up.
Ice out! Ice out!
Give me a second.
Ice out!
What's
All right,
going on?
everybody.
Give me 1 second.
I have Cora Newman here who wants to say a couple of words. Thank you. I just arrived from Newman. I'm actually a state senator from Montana. And we are bringing 27 states to Minnesota this week to stand in solidarity with all of you. We aren't seeing ICE in our state yet. We're a red state. They are not targeting us the way that they are targeting you. That's why we're here. Because the American people are fine with rule of law. They're fine with having laws enforced. But we are not okay with masked, unidentified federal agents roaming our streets, killing Americans. And so what I want to commit to you is that together across the United States, 27 states and growing, we have come here to stand with you and say, we can take care of our own communities. We do not need masked federal agents coming into our communities and murdering mothers and nurses and community members. So I'm grateful that you all are welcoming us here. I promise you we are going to fight all across this country in all of the states that we represent to say no more violence in our streets. And I also want to welcome you anytime to Montana. We love you. We love you, Minnesota.
What's up, Maury?
Thank you so much. We love you too. This is what community looks like. Tell me what community looks like. Tell me what community looks like. This is what community looks like. Tell me what community looks like. This is what community looks like. Tell me what community looks like. This is what community looks like. Woo! All right. I think that might be wrapping it up a little bit, unless anybody else wants to say anything.
So I'm looking out across the crowd trying to get a measure of actually how many people are here tonight. And it's hard to tell because we're kind of buried in the front here, but originally they had boxed everybody into one side of the street, and I know that they've now eliminated that, and people are taking up the entire street, and it goes back. You guys, how many people do you guys think are here tonight? What's your best guess? It's a lot. How far back does I know, right? I can't see that far back either. Like 1,200. 1,200? Okay. I was going to say 1,000, so I'm going to go with your number. You're taller than me. You can see the crowd. I mean, there's a lot of folks here. It's been growing as we've been.
Hey, Jake, I want to go ahead and apologize.
After we started, so lots of people walking around with candles.
So much.
We just heard some fantastic speeches.
Yes.
People are mourning.
A little bit of a
Thank you. You want to come talk to us?
Hey.
How's it going?
Not too bad.
What is your name?
My name's Chad.
Hey, Chad.
This many people
Thank
don't be
you for
coming
saying
out
that. We
nowhere
appreciate
else. I
you.
hate to say it.
So,
Ain't no.
what are your thoughts right now about
Ain't
there
no
not
other
being
state
civil rights
been coming out
investigation
like
into
these
these
people
two
in Minnesota.
officers
No
that
other
shot
city like
Alex.
these people in Minneapolis.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Unfortunately, I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised either. It's just the nature of
That's
things.
the
For
wife, Jake.
It's
Yeah, I
so
figured
good.
his stop stream.
Well, my wife's from Columbia, so I've been marching every night. I've been hanging out with my friends here on TikTok every night. I got banned for 7 days for saying some stupid stuff. Well, I didn't even say it. But yeah. So I am streaming, showing the world, the community and how.
Hey, still, you will send me that other video, the video,
how many
Alex
people did you say
Pretti.
are here? 1,200?
I'll be butchering the
Way
last
more
one.
than that. Okay.
I don't know how far it goes that way. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know how far it goes.
Say hello to Status Quo.
Status quo. Yeah, nice to formally meet you.
I actually want to ask you about TikTok real quick. So we have a situation. This is becoming very political. Yeah, there is a situation. This
With
is not
the,
surprising to me. I believe that the reason Elon Musk bought Twitter was
With him
because
kicking the
again, this is a way
car,
to
kicking the
control
car
media,
window
right?
out.
You've already seen the billionaires buy up the major mainstream outlets. Now, why not include
The other
social
encounter
media?
he
Now,
had
because a
with
lot of
Border
the
Patrol
news
or
that
ICE or
people
whoever it was.
consume comes from social media now, so it makes sense that they would go after that too.
100%.
What are you going to do about TikTok?
Yeah, it's funny because I just got allowed back on TikTok, but I posted some things that probably these guys here weren't able to see, and it's completely censored. It's unbelievable. And before, my wife is a conspiracy theorist about everything, and I'm not. And so when I brought this,
Please tell me she's not QAnon.
was no. God no. She's like a fun conspiracy theorist.
Hey, Mama,
But yeah, so when this happened, it was like there's no way they're censoring it, right? It's just because maybe something was said that was, we were at the WIPA building. I go to the WIPA.
I'm surprised they will. I don't think he is.
But anyways, I forgot where we were.
That's all right. I was just wondering what you thought about Trump taking Trump investment firm, I believe I should clarify
Trump's
that.
a piece of shit. It's
How,
funny.
Jake, did you get the mic? Yeah, I got it. I gotta go pick it up. I called my cousin though, and she got it. I appreciate that. Thank you. I gotta go over there and get it. It's just been so cold. I ain't even been. I should have just went and got it at my doctor's appointment today, but I ain't feel like it. He's bending my leg and having me bend, making my back hurt. But I got it though. I'm gonna get over there and get it. I might as well just go tomorrow in the morning. Jake, I found a great video talking about Alex. I really think you will like it. It's a really smart guy talking about the right and wrong of the situation. Well, send it to Steele, and then he'll be able to send it to me. Send it to
had left these little care package
Skippy on Discord. Y'all friends, ain't y'all on Discord? Because if you send him the video, then he could just send the video to me, and it'll be easy for me just to play it while we all can watch it.
It was awesome. There was like chocolate in there. There was Gatorade. I feel so clammed.
No, it's awesome. You guys are the best, and
Appreciate it.
you and there's like one or two more that.
Yeah, JT and John.
Yep, and then just like one or two more that I used to follow, and finally my wife was like, "Do you care about what's happening?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." And she's like, "What are you gonna do about it?" So I've been out every single day since. So yeah.
Your wife, she right up. She got you going, huh?
I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna probably not see you."
I appreciate that.
But
Cool, Mike, too. I appreciate that. I really anxious to go get it because it should make the experience better. It's just cool to have.
That's the thing. The sense of community
So I
here in
appreciate
Minneapolis
that.
is
I
very
can get with
strong.
Pink.
I'm
Figure out
55.
how to,
I've been doing this since the 90s.
What's the best settings to put it on with OBS and all that? Pink know about that type of stuff. He helped me fix the mic on my PC. That's why I be setting it clear now. So he told me once I get the microphone that you bought me, next time I see him on the stream.
The community and the quality of commitment.
You can. He ain't send you no link for you to send this in.
Yeah,
I guess I
may
could go
not
to
be,
it like
You know,
that.
there's a lot. It's heavy
I
right
guess I could do
now.
it like that.
But if you were to come a year ago, you might have still gotten the same treatment. Minnesota people are amazing. I don't know where you guys are from, but okay. Oh shit, yeah, no, it's amazing here. And thank you so much for what you do.
No, thank you, Chad. Thank
You
you.
guys are the best. Status Quo, you guys are the best.
This
And
dude
your
name,
fans
what's his
are
name? Yeah,
awesome
this
there.
ain't West.
You know, there's a lot of great community.
I hope this ain't like no biased person.
People keep saying the same
You know what I'm
two
saying? I'm
things
biased.
about the
These
Pretti
people
shooting
like him
here
with
in
this light ass
Minneapolis.
voice.
They say you
Let's
have
see
the
what
right
he's
to
talking about.
observe and film. They say you have the right
He
to
ain't
carry
more
a gun if you have a permit.
3 more years of Trump.
Now, of course, both of those statements are true.
Send mine to
But
still,
both of
okay.
them are completely misleading when ripped out of context. Because what both of those statements do is substitute slogans for circumstances. And circumstances are everything. Let's start with the gun. Yes, in Minnesota, if you have a permit, you can carry a firearm. That's absolutely true. But every concealed carry instructor in the state will tell you the same thing. The moment you choose to carry a firearm, your responsibility goes up, not down. You don't become more entitled to engage in confrontation. You actually become more obligated to avoid it. Here in Minnesota, we have what's called a duty to retreat, which means if a judge later decides after the fact that you could have reasonably avoided a conflict, even if you felt threatened at the time, you could still go to prison for using your firearm. That's not theory. That's the real law here in this state. And anyone who teaches carry knows it. So the idea that a carry permit somehow entitles someone to walk into an active area of federal law enforcement,
I missed that.
get into a physical
He is a member of
confrontation
the
with armed
Minnesota House of
agents,
Representatives.
and then claim, well, I had the right to be there. That's not how any of this works at all. If anything, being armed creates an elevated
Okay, I
duty to
see
stay
it. I'm gonna
away
pin it
from
so
such
we can
volatile
watch it next.
situations. Because now, by doing that, you're introducing lethal force into the environment, you're increasing the perceived threat to officers, and you're dramatically narrowing their reaction window. Now, that's not politics, that's physics. Now let's talk about the filming aspect. Yes, of course, you have a First Amendment right to record police, that's true, but that right has limits. Even professional journalists can't just walk into an operational zone and demand whatever angle they want. They're required to follow lawful
You
orders.
got to keep a
They're
reasonable
required to
distance,
not
but you can
interfere
record
with
it.
the operation. They're required to respect safety perimeters. Because filming and documenting does not override lawful operational control.
Very small explanation.
You don't get to
Fuck with
insert
it.
yourself into the middle of an arrest and say, I'm the press. I'm a citizen journalist. I'm observing.
Not all
Because
states
that's
have
not
due to
observation,
retreat.
that's
We have stand your
interference.
ground unless he was talking
And
about
here's the
officers,
problem
which is
with how this
mandated
is
by
being
each
discussed right
department.
now in the public. People are using abstract rights language to excuse concrete behavior. They're saying
One
things
sec.
like, well, he had the right to carry. He had the right to film. Without asking, were his actions. You don't get to insert yourself into the middle of an arrest. They're required to not interfere with the operation. That right has limits. Even professional journalists can't just walk into an operational zone and demand whatever angle they want. They're required to follow
thought that was
lawful
crazy about
orders. They're
Minnesota
required to
duty
not
free
interfere
having
with the
duty
operation.
to retreat.
They're required to
That's
respect
crazy.
safety perimeters. Because filming and documenting does not override lawful operational control. You don't get to insert yourself into the middle of an arrest and say, I'm the press. I'm a citizen journalist. I'm observing. Because that's not observation, that's interference. And here's the problem with how this is being discussed right now in the public. People are using abstract rights language to excuse concrete behavior. They're saying things like, well, he had the right to carry. He had the right to film. Without asking, were his actions those of someone trying to avoid conflict? Or were his actions those of someone inserting himself into conflict? And those are very different things. Carrying a gun does not give you license to approach law enforcement and interfere with their duties. Filming does not give you license to defy lawful orders. And neither of those activities creates immunity from the consequences when things predictably escalate. And this is where context matters. Was this a peaceful sidewalk interaction? Or was this the middle of an enforcement operation? And the answer is obvious. Was this passive observation from a distance? Or physical proximity and confrontation? Was Pretti retreating or advancing? Those questions shape the case, not your slogans. And here's what bothers me about the way this is being framed. It trains people to think that their rights are shields from consequences instead of responsibilities. It tells them, well, just invoke the magic words, gun rights, press rights, protest rights, and reality will bend around you. But it doesn't. Reality responds to your behavior. Law evaluates your choices and actions. And officers in the field don't have the luxury of freeze-frame hindsight. What they see is distance, movement, compliance, resistance, threat posture. And you have 100% control over all of those factors. You choose whether to approach. You choose whether to comply. You choose whether to resist. And you choose the posture and temperament with which you engage. All of which is relevant to whether you are exercising your rights lawfully or committing multiple state and federal crimes. Investigators will determine all.
I can't lie, I like him too.
What we do know,
man, he's smart.
that the standard for deploying lethal force is not correctly believing that you're under imminent threat, but reasonably believing that you are. So even if this turns out to be a mistake to one degree or another, it likely will turn out to be a crime committed by the officers involved. And that's because that's the way it should be, because these officers, and all officers, must make split-second decisions in chaotic circumstances which are created by the subjects they interact with. Their decision to fire never would have been made if Pretti had maintained appropriate distance, not charged forward, complied with lawful orders, stopped resisting, and not maintained a threatening posture. He made those choices, which led to the officers making theirs. So the conversation becomes dishonest if it only asks, did Pretti have the right to do X? Instead of asking, did Pretti act in a way that someone with those rights is expected to act under the law? Because rights without responsibility aren't liberty. They're license for chaos. And when chaos meets armed law enforcement, people are likely to die. If you want to carry, you must avoid confrontation. If you want to film, you must avoid interference with lawful operations. If you want to protest, you must avoid impediment. Those aren't my political opinions. Those are the laws of our land. And pretending otherwise doesn't honor Pretti. It endangers the next guy who thinks that some slogan will protect him from the predictable consequences of his actions. The tragedy here isn't just what happened, it's how people in influence are talking about it, and what the public is inferring from those misguided and inaccurate comments. The public is being taught by far too many, you're entitled to walk into danger. No. You're obligated.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he cooking.
And until we start talking about that part, we're not talking about what actually matters. Today's video is sponsored by
Who the hell is that dude?
They make it simple to order tires online without the dealership nonsense.
Yeah.
Use code GRIT at checkout for 3% off. Links
That's
in the
a good video, though. I mean, that's a
if this
damn good opinion and some
you've been thinking,
like
subscribe for clear, unfiltered analysis.
And it's not even being biased. It's not even coming to a conclusion on whether it was justified or not. Or all that is just a completely different perspective, and it was refreshing. I mean, the crazy part about it, for giving an opinion like that and giving an observation like that, you will still get frowned upon in the world we living in, and people still gonna blame you of being with this or with that, or a racist or a bootlicker. You're gonna be some just for trying to be neutral and just give an honest opinion and just not taking no sides and just basically trying to bring the temperature down. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get frowned upon for that. But thanks, Maury. That was, I almost want to watch it again. That was great though. No, that I did like it. That was cool. See, I could be good sometimes. He now an ICE supporter, like stuff like that. And he made sure to point out that this not saying whether or not it was justified or this or that, but and I feel what he's saying because I feel the same way about petty responsibilities as far as just bringing it to a protest, period. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the same way. I ain't saying like, oh, that's why you lost your life or you F around and found out or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is I just feel it was a bad decision to even bring a weapon to the protest, especially if after what we finna see on this next video, that also ain't got nothing to do with your death or saying that's why you died or nothing like that. But if you somebody who can act like you was acting in this next video we finna watch, then I don't know. I just don't know why you rest in peace to him. I just don't know why he thought that was a good idea to bring the weapon to the protest. Well, hey, that's a good video right there. See, videos like that need to get that's what they need to be getting spread it all around and having 1 million views and all that. That's what people need to be trying to get out there.
On January 13th in Minneapolis. This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
During the altercation, agents fired.
We just don't go
This is
back.
a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground. During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat and he walks away. The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Pretti was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waist.
He do got a gun then. Holy shit, y'all saw that? I'm gonna just let it play. Bro, that's a gun. Holy shit. I'm almost 95% sure that is a gun.
Here, he continues to stand at the scene.
That's a gun, ain't it?
On the day he was killed, the Department of Homeland Security claims Pretti, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, approached officers holding a handgun.
You don't know about that.
That claim has been contradicted by analysis of bystander videos from multiple news investigations.
Yeah, that ain't true.
Which concluded that Pretti was holding a phone, not a gun, when he was pinned to the street.
For sure, a phone. It seems Pretti got lucky this day. That is a weapon. You can even see it while the shirt is down. And I'm not saying
Shortly after
nobody
the
deserved to
altercation,
lose
we
their
filmed
life
here
or none,
on
but
January 13th. Federal agents drove away. Soon after that, we left the scene.
I'm gonna just let this play again.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy.
Yeah, I seen some stuff that
On
his
the morning of
family
January
posts have been
13th,
saying,
our
and
team received a tip that
I just be
federal
trying to
agents
find
were
out
blocking
what's
the
true
street
or
at
not
the
before I
corner of
speak
East
on it. The world we
36th
live in
and
is so
Park Avenue in
crazy.
Minneapolis.
I'm still mad
We
he kicked
arrived
my
around
tail like
10:15 a.m.
Jeff.
We saw
He
observers
was not
shouting at
holding
the
a gun,
agents
but
as
I
they
do
walked back
believe
to
he
their
reached
vehicles.
back for it,
When they
but I
started
think it
driving
was
away,
already
the
removed.
man
We ain't
kicked
talking
their
about in
tail
this
light.
video
An
or
agent
the
then
other
got out of the
video.
vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground.
When you talking about this video or the video when he was unalive? In this video, you clearly see a gun. And it's behind him, just like it looked like the agent took it off him. In the
During the
video when he
altercation,
got
agents
shot, it
fired
looked
tear
like it was
gas and
behind him.
pepper balls into the
Hey,
crowd.
Jessica.
They
Ain't that
continued
crazy,
to load
Jessica? It
the
turns out this
before they
video
retreat,
real.
and he walks away.
I thought it was fake. It's crazy when you can't even believe what you're seeing with your own eyes. How scary
The
of a
man in
world
our
is that to
footage
be
is wearing
living
a
in?
similar outfit to what Pretti was wearing on the day he was
If you
killed.
keep playing that, you'll
What
see
appears
his
to be a
gun
gun
when he
is
takes
also
his jacket
visible
off.
on
I
the
saw
guy's
it.
hand.
I saw it 100%. I do not think this is peaceful. We all know this ain't peaceful. The video where he was unalive. I can't say I say the reach for none in the video where he was unalive, but maybe we need to watch it again. I believe it is real, Jake. I believe it's real too, Jessica. At first, when we was watching
Here,
it and
he continues to
everything,
stand at the
just
scene.
got to be skeptical, especially with something like YouTube or something like that, or like putting something out there or talking to us about it. Not like we the first one to put it out there, but just
On the day
getting
he
an
was
opinion
killed,
on it or
the Department of
anything,
Homeland
and then hear
Security
people
claims
come
Pretti,
days
a
later, oh, that was
37-year-old
fake, and
ICU
it just,
nurse,
all this
approached
AI
officers
and all
holding
this
a
stuff, it
handgun.
just be crazy that you can't even believe what you
That
see.
claim has been contradicted by
He was
analysis
definitely
of
armed here,
bystander videos from
100%
multiple
armed
news
right here.
investigations,
And you know,
which
these
concluded that
agents
Pretti
and
was holding
these
a
these
phone,
agents right
not
here
a
should get a
gun,
lot of
when he
credit
exited the street.
for how they handled this situation on January 13th. But you know, it don't really work like that. That's part of the problem, only criticism. But they really just, you know, they ain't arrested them or none, man. They just left. Hey, y'all, y'all just stopping by to say hi, hey, numbers. You understood. AI has gotten crazy for sure. You saw that going on. Yes, thank God you see it.
Shortly after the altercation, we filmed here
What
on
you
January
mean?
13th.
What you mean,
Federal
thank
agents
God?
drove away.
What you mean?
Soon
If I
after
see
that,
it, I'ma
we
always
left
say
the
I
scene.
see it. What's going on, chapters? That is, he's spitting everything, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna watch it one more time and put this on full screen. This is tripping me out.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be
He
Alex
spit,
Pretti
bro.
interacting with federal
Look,
immigration agents
He
11
spit,
days
right?
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in
Right
Minneapolis,
there,
showing a
right there.
man who
Look,
appears
that's
to be
he
Alex
spit.
Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our
To be
footage was
doing that to
analyzed by the
federal agents
BBC,
with a gun
whose facial
is
recognition
crazy and
technology
scary.
confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their tail light. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground. During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat, and he walks away. The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Pretti was wearing on the day he was killed.
White women be
What
going
appears to
off
be a
at
gun
these
is also
protests.
visible
But
above
you
his
clearly
waistband.
see that gun, man. It's clear as day. It's not debatable in this video. He got a gun. I mean, it ain't debatable that he had one in the other video. It's just debatable whether he was reaching for it or going for it or how the whole scenario unfolds. But look, that's clearly a gun, bro. He got a gun.
Here, he continues to stand at the scene.
Clear as day, he got a gun. Which we know he can have.
On the day he was
got
killed,
you know,
the Department of
legal
Homeland
gun, but he got
Security
a gun.
claims Pretti, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, approached officers holding a handgun. That claim has been contradicted by analysis of bystander videos from multiple news investigations, which concluded that Pretti was holding a phone, not a gun, when he was pinned to the street.
Look at him, he's so angry looking over there. Fuck around and find out. But it's two different incidents, but I guess.
Shortly after the altercation we filmed here on January 13th, federal agents drove
how
away.
you doing?
Soon after that, we left the scene.
I think these actors may have influenced the age in his actions when he got shot. They knew him and knew he was violent. I ain't gonna lie, I thought about that. It's just something hard for me to prove and hard for me to know if those was the same agents or if any of them agents from this incident was at the incident when he was unalived. I mean, that'd be some good information to know, but I don't know. I thought about that. I mean, agents are kind of so many different people a day. I mean, who knows? I don't know. Who knows? I thought about that though. Like, oh no. He quit his job 2 months ago and his ex-wife said he was radicalized. I heard that, I read that, but I couldn't figure out if that was true or not. What's up, Jake? How you doing? Those clothes must be his protester go kit. Yeah, I thought about that too. I just didn't say it because I ain't want to sound harsh. I thought about that. Them look like the same clothes. It might not have been the same people who approached him the first time. Yes, Jake. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying now. If we knew that, I mean, then, you know, it's a lot of Asians though, you know, I don't know. Is that true? Really, that news? What news? Thoughts and prayers for South Minneapolis for sure. Pray for the whole country. Country needed. Not happy with what happened, but could have easily been avoided. I said I like that, but I say I feel that. And, that's why I'm gonna play this other video again, because I mean, that man had what that man said was not.
Several times a week. See you next time.
Let me start this video.
People keep saying the same two things about the Pretti shooting here in Minneapolis. They say, you have the right to observe and film. They say, you have the right to carry a gun if you have a permit. Now, of course, both of those statements are true.
Leaning
but
more
both
on the
of them
right
are
side,
completely
the side of
misleading
what's
when
right,
ripped out
not,
of
you know.
context. Because what both of those statements do is substitute slogans for circumstances. And circumstances are everything.
This video
Let's
needs to
start
go
with the gun.
viral.
Yes, in
this dude
Minnesota,
did.
if you have a permit, you
Walter
can carry
Hudson.
a firearm. That's absolutely true. But every concealed carry instructor in this state will tell you the same thing. The moment you choose to carry a firearm, your responsibility goes up, not down. You don't become more entitled to engage in confrontation. You actually become more obligated to avoid it. Here in Minnesota, we have what's called a duty to retreat, which means if a judge later decides after the fact that you could have reasonably avoided a conflict, even if you felt threatened at the time, you could still go to prison for using your firearm. That's
When he was
not fair.
unalive, I don't know if he
That's the
put his
real
hands
law
on. We
here
need
in
to
the
watch that
state.
video again.
And anyone who teaches carry knows it. So the idea that a carry permit somehow entitles someone to walk into an active area of federal law enforcement get into a physical confrontation with armed agents, and then claim, well, I had the right to be there. That's not how any of this works at all. If anything, being armed creates an elevated duty to stay away from such volatile situations. Because now, by doing that, you're introducing lethal force into the environment, you're increasing the perceived threat to officers, and you're dramatically narrowing their reaction window. Now, that's not politics, that's physics. Now let's talk about the filming aspect. Yes, of course, you have a First Amendment right to record police, that's true, but that right has limits. Even professional journalists can't just walk into an operational zone and demand whatever angle they want. They're required to follow lawful orders. They're required to not interfere with the operation. They're required to respect safety perimeters. Because filming and documenting does not override lawful operational control. You don't get to insert yourself into the middle of an arrest and say, I'm the press. I'm a citizen journalist. I'm observing. Because that's not observation, that's interference. And here's the problem with how this is being discussed right now in the public. People are using abstract rights language to excuse concrete behavior. They're saying things like, well, he had the right to carry. He had the right to film. Without asking, were his actions those of someone trying to avoid conflict? Or were his actions those of someone inserting himself into conflict? And those are very different things. Carrying a gun does not give you license to approach law enforcement and interfere with their duties. Filming does not give you license to defy.
I agree, Canuck. I asked that same question.
And neither of those activities creates immunity from the consequences when things predictably escalate. And this is where context matters. Was this a peaceful sidewalk interaction? Or was this the middle of an enforcement operation? And the answer is obvious. Was this passive observation from a distance? Or physical proximity and confrontation? Was Pretti retreating or advancing? Those questions shape the case, not your slogans. And here's what bothers me about the way this is being framed. It trains people to think that their rights are shields from consequences instead of responsibilities. It tells them, well, just invoke the magic words, gun rights, press rights, protest rights, and reality will bend around you. But it doesn't. Reality responds to your behavior. Law evaluates your choices and actions. And officers in the field don't have the luxury of freeze-frame hindsight. What they see is distance, movement, compliance, resistance, threat posture. And you have 100% control over all of those factors. You choose whether to approach. You choose whether to comply. You choose whether to resist. And you choose the posture and temperament with which you engage. All of which is relevant to whether you are exercising your rights lawfully or committing multiple state and federal crimes. Now, none of this means that we definitively know whether the shooting was justified. The most up-to-date analysis at the time of this recording suggests a great deal of confusion during the struggle, potential accidental discharge, and decisions made in the moment under disorienting circumstances. Investigators will determine all of that. What we do know is that the standard for deploying lethal force is not correctly believing that you're under imminent threat, but reasonably believing that you are. So
I couldn't tell if it misfired or not.
To one degree or another, it likely won't turn out to be a crime committed by the officers involved. And that's because that's the way it should be, because these officers, and all officers, must make split-second decisions in chaotic circumstances which are created by the subjects they interact with. Their decision to fire never would have been made if Pretti had maintained appropriate distance, not charged forward,
I think agents was using excessive force at the time, but I still think it's a good question. He asked about Pretti, whether he was retreating or advancing. I think it's a good question, but you also make a good point.
So the conversation
Because
becomes
I think it's
dishonesty
important to
when the
point
woman
out that I
asks,
think at that
"Did
time,
Pretti
them
have the right
officers
to
was
do
using excessive
X?"
force against those ladies.
Instead of asking, "Did Pretti
I have
act
to
in a
do
way
that.
that someone with
Let's
those
see what
rights
it
is
says.
expected to act
Had to
under the
go.
law?"
Bringing the
Because
gun was a
rights
bad
without
idea no matter
responsibility
what. I
aren't
mean,
liberty.
I ain't saying you should have lost
They're
your life for it, but
license
that's just a
for
bad
chaos.
idea.
And when
Especially if you were
chaos
going to do
is
what you
armed
did. That was
law
a bad
enforcement,
idea.
people are likely to die. If you want to carry, you must avoid confrontation. If you want to film, you must avoid interference with lawful operations. If you want to protest, you must avoid impediment.
Walter Hudson
Those
is
are
making a
my
lot of
political
sense, though. I
opinions.
mean, I like what
Those
he's
are the
saying.
laws of our land. And pretending otherwise doesn't honor Pretti. It endangers the next guy who thinks that some slogan will protect him from the predictable consequences of his actions. The
The
tragedy
predictable
here isn't
consequences
just
of
what
his
happened,
actions. That's
it's how
deep.
people in influence are talking
All
about
the
it,
way to 12th
and
grade,
what
no
the
one
public is
better than that.
inferring from those misguided and inaccurate
If
comments.
I ain't not
The
walking
public
up
is
on
being
any
taught by
police.
far too many, "You're
Me
entitled
personally,
to walk
me,
into danger." No, you're obligated to stay out of it.
yes, bringing
And
it
until
was
we
a
start
bad
talking
idea,
about that
knowing how
part,
that
we're
how
not talking about
violent
what
it was
actually
out there.
matters.
Yeah.
Today's video is sponsored by
Let me see
TireKit.
some.
They make it
I
simple to
want to
order
see this.
tires online without the dealership nonsense.
This
Use code GRIT at checkout for 3%
interview
off.
with the
Links
lady in the
description.
pink jacket who recorded the video. She did an interview with CNN. Let's see. That's it right there, right? Yes, that's it.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like, what? What? And I knew he was gone because I watched it. And then they come over to try to perform some type of medical aid by ripping his clothes open with scissors and then maneuvering his body around like a rag doll, only to discover that it could be because they wanted to count the bullet wounds to see how many they got, like he's a deer. I watched that, and that is what it felt like they were doing. And that's part of why I was like, what are you guys doing? Why would you jostle his body around like that? You're not even doing anything to help him. But I knew he was gone.
Well, for days she's been called the woman in the pink coat, and she captured the crucial video showing exactly what happened when Alex Pretti was shot and killed by DHS officers. She had not come forward until today, and her name, which is being revealed for the first time, is Stella.
You scared of it? Just get a small one.
She runs a children's entertainment company. She's a face and body painter and an airbrush artist. All of it a world away from anything she or anyone could possibly imagine.
You knew he was gone then?
I knew he was gone. There was no way with the way his body was moving, and I only knew that because of the way they were manipulating his dead body, just playing with it. Like they're in a video game. They were looking at us and laughing.
After the shoot.
Yes. I mean, the reason of escalation was due to the mockery. We understand why the MPD is unable to intervene on a level we would like. But you would like to think that their kindness, compassion, looking us in the eyes would occur in these moments when we're being attacked in the streets. And the MPD just felt like they were part of that team at that moment. And maybe I'm not talking about the whole department, but
people on the scene.
once the yellow tape was up, there were MPD officers who were standing in line, 5 of them, I think, and they wouldn't look at us. Everyone just kept saying, just look at us. You're our representative. You work for us. Why won't you look at us? Like a part of our community just was murdered in the street. Like, you're our Minneapolis Police Department. Why won't you even just look at us?
The gun was
Give
gone.
us solidarity. You know, when
She's
we
full
walk
of sugar,
around
honey,
with
I
a
see.
neck, it's not that
More.
we have.
That dude lives with another dude on the ranch.
But what we
Ooh.
do know is that we can let our community at large know when we're walking around, like, I see you. And if you're stuck in your apartment, I want you to see me. I'm another person walking around who is here to protect you as best I can.
For
with
sure
my
he's
whistle
so
and my
concerned.
phone, which really feels not great.
And yet, you stood there with a phone and you documented this. You didn't run away.
I'm not one to run.
That's true.
When
I'm
I'm
making that
afraid,
up.
I just
Maybe
no way
her
was I gonna leave
dad has
Alice by herself,
gotten to her brain
undocumented.
cells.
Like that wasn't an option. I mean, obviously somebody was just executed in the street. I knew I was in danger. We all were, but I wasn't gonna leave if we weren't all cleared out. And if it wasn't for the collective actions over the past 3 weeks, I don't know if I would have been able to stay that long. But I knew that this was a moment, and we all have to be brave, and we all have to take risks, and we're all going to be given moments to make that decision. And I guess in my deep
Why y'all gotta take risks though?
that's where mine fell. And I'm
You
grateful
talking about
to
Anderson?
myself,
Oh
and
yeah,
I'm grateful to
I should
anybody who was
know.
supportive to me after, to make sure I could get to safety and get that video uploaded to the right people.
I don't agree with that. We all gotta take risks. Don't take risks.
Been contacted by anyone from the federal government? FBI,
No, I have
Border
not.
Patrol, Homeland Security?
I do have a legal team now who are fielding much of that, and I am no longer accessible in those ways.
I talked to your attorney this morning. She said she had not received any outreach from the FBI or anybody from the federal government.
I do not think they have my name yet. Obviously, they will.
You've given testimony to state investigators.
Yes.
Do you have confidence in a federal investigation?
No. No, I do not. I have faith in various representatives throughout our country who are trying to...
I mean, if you're gonna approach him, I think maybe you should tell him.
I have faith in our local
Your
government
life
in
is more
Minnesota.
important than taking
They are
risks,
wanting to
100%.
make sure
I don't even like when they say stuff like we all got to take risks.
they're trying to
No, nobody have to take risks. None of these protesters, absolutely nobody don't take risks. It's not worth it.
Their goal is to protect
Keep a
themselves
reasonable
and-
distance and film, scream, whatever you want to do, but don't take no risks.
After this shooting,
I am a single parent. I need to be allowed to take care of my kids. I know that's right.
FBI or the federal government, what does that tell you?
You know, like if you have it on your
that they're
bag
protecting
and your
themselves,
motorcycle,
they
you
don't
know
care
you
about
have
the
to
truth
tell them.
of what happened.
I mean, if I was driving in my car and I had a legal firearm and the police pulled me over, that'd be the first thing I told them before I gave them my license, insurance, or anything. I will tell them about this weapon and where it's at and everything. Off the back, that's what I'm doing.
This is not
Just under the if it could be avoided type of thing, you know?
who have not been trained to intervene, kick down doors, break away families, leave children stranded in the street without their parents, having communities throughout Minnesota trying to come together to figure out who can
Yes,
who can
that's a
foster
smart
all
move,
these
sure.
children who have been abandoned in apartments that have been kicked down with now no family around. I mean, how can you justify that? There's enough evidence for what they've been doing before it ever came to murder.
To you, this is murder.
Yes, I know it is.
Jack, you used to be an ICE protester. Would you have ever fought with the police with a gun on your waist? I would never came out there with no weapon.
Has served our country
No
and
formal
continues
weapon.
to
Like,
at the Veterans Hospital. Like, nobody should
it'd be
have
too
to
intense out there. It'd be too chaotic out there. It'd be a lot going on. Tensions be high for agents, officers, protesters, everybody involved in that situation. Tensions be high. Journalists, I mean, everybody be on edge already. I'm pretty sure people already be thinking something like that gonna happen.
Like, what do we do?
Risk the stock market, maybe your life. No, exactly. I agree. Illinois, as soon as they run your plate, they know if you can. Yeah, for sure. It come back if you CCW. Yeah.
But we don't know what that looks like. You know, people from being detained
I
and
ain't
having a
handing
medical
them my
crisis without intervention.
CCDWID with my
I've heard
driver's
many
license, which
stories
is
where
required by
people
law.
are
That's
sick
smart too.
And they don't have their medications. Like,
Because you
all
act
of
based
those
on reason.
human rights violations,
Same here.
those stories aren't being told yet. So this is only the beginning of a very long road. When this does end, we're all ready to move forward with productive ways to make this better. But how do we do that when our local officials in the state of Minnesota also
And
have their hands full?
self-preservation, we all know the dead.
So
dead-
that's it broke down to that it's us. We only have each other. Nobody's here for us.
We
Nobody's
all
going
know
to
the
help us
dead
right
dead
now
was done.
because their
Yeah.
hands are tied. So this is what we can do. I can document in case somebody gets detained, which is what I was filming, right? In case someone gets detained. Did I think I was going to be filming a murder? No. An assassination? No.
Do you worry about you becoming a target because you've
Yes,
spoken out?
absolutely. Yes, but yeah, I hope that me coming forward and doing this allows others to do it with me. I think there's safety in more of us taking those risks, but I understand we can
How
all
this?
do that. This is just, one more moment to tell the truth, one more moment to, I'm just here to represent all the work we're doing, and I'm here to represent the truth.
Too many people
I'm
got
not here
that
to
saying
represent
don't be
me,
stupid
I'm
or
here to
don't
represent we.
or don't
I
do
care
no
about my
stupid shit.
community, I care
Yeah.
about my state and my country. And this is one small thing I can do.
All the work we doing, she must be in one of them signal chats. I'm just saying, but she said all the work we doing. You also have to worry about someone else getting your gun too. Exactly. Can't just be high out there, man. You been. There be so much negative activity out there and so much negative energy out there, man. You been to pop somebody for bumping into you. I would never be out there with no gun. You out there with a weapon and then run into somebody like Harold challenging you, pissing you off, and coming all up on you, man. I'm telling what you been to did just because you feel disrespected. Thanks for the $5, Jeff. Have a black and out. I'm glad you're back, Jake. I miss you too. Appreciate that. Thank you.
First of all, had she not videotaped this and had the bravery to stand there 5 to 10 feet away from this, and the others also, there were multiple people from different angles, the lies would stand. I mean, and who knows how many other lies have been told when there's not cameras visible.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's been situations throughout the country where these engagements, these interactions with police have not been captured on video, and so communities left to see what they
I'm a
know.
big fan, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And so
I really appreciate that. I appreciate all y'all. That's for sure.
But bravery and you can sense that.
Do you think the arrival of Tom Homan is going to make much of a difference in terms of actually what's happening on the ground, the tactics being used, the individuals who are roaming the streets masked?
Yeah, I think people are going to be expecting a change. They're going to be expecting a change in the tactics. Borders are home and being here. That's something different. But Anderson, if the people do not see a change in the tactics, none of it's going to matter. So they're going to expect change.
The blame game inside the Trump administration. While the president says things in Minneapolis are going to, quote, de-escalate a bit, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and Stephen Miller, the president's powerful advisor, are taking heat over the deadly shooting of Alex Pretti and their statements after. Miller described Pretti as a would-be assassin. Noem described him as a domestic terrorist. The videos clearly refuted those claims.
The prison.
But just as somebody that
That's why I'm here. I was here Saturday.
You know, we're live. Back.
He was wilding in that video, though.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage.
That's definitely the gun in that video. When my computer ever stop tripping, bro. Let me do shit. Why ain't let me zoom in, bro? That ain't no way to get shot of it, though. It's all blurry. Is it? I mean, I'm almost positive it's a weapon, but that's a bad bitch. Just on the video you gonna see, no, dang. You see one out there? Next order just get on my nerve, I ain't gonna know. It's the only video in these extras. Think you got a new super chat. Oh, I ain't see it, I'm sorry. I was on the other page. I can't even say that name. I can't even say that name. Thank you for the $20. I just wanted to say thank you for what you do as well as putting up with Maury. Oh, this Maury wife. I can't say the name, y'all. I'm sorry. Don't start putting the syllables in the chat. This kind of remind me of Jake when the Chicago police killed the guy with the knife and the cop shot him 18 times. Not sure if you remember. You talking about Laquan McDonald? I mean, that one, nah, that was some bullshit there. I don't know what the fuck that stupid ass police was thinking. I mean, I guess it is some similarities to it, but I mean, Laquan McDonald had the knife out. He was walking. Only thing that got me about that cop with Laquan McDonald was how many cops was already out there, and they were just waiting to see how they could figure it out, and he just came up blasting and reloading and blasting and letting off whole clips while the boy on the ground. And like, nah. We love you, Jake. I love y'all too. I just call him badass. Call motherfucker. What? Don't come with the syllable. Man, I'm about to butcher that. Send me a voice recording on Discord and say it. I sent you a donut to PayPal. Have lunch on me. Have lunch on me or something. Thank you. I appreciate that. Right on, man. Not your mama. That's his name. Is also awesome. Not your mama. That's y'all got me tripping in this because y'all talking to text. I know what's going on. I don't even really got nothing else for us to watch. I really just wanted to get on here real quick and see what people felt about. Also, they saying, what's this supposed to be saying? What I'm saying, this AI, what is it? Let me read it. You don't say nothing. Oh, yes, I do. On the major news outlet shared a fake AI image of Alex Purdy, knowing it wasn't real. Oh, I know this is fake. I'm like, what the hell is it? The world is better. Damn, people be going so crazy. Look at that. The world is better off without criminals. Like, look at that. Hey, Jesus. Just don't do fentanyl, run over, or fight ICE agents and attack people on the subway. This is not rocket science. Jesus. And you running for Congress? No. Standing in front of George Floyd. Come on. Some people just be trying to be low down. You can have your opinion. It's even okay to give your opinion. But come on now. This harsh ass, evil sounding ass. Come on, man. Do not vote for this chick here, man. Do not do it. What's that? This supposed to be Alex recording this? Come on, bro. That's the same one that the dude was recording from when Alex lost his life. Because I remember that little start thing. I can't see the chat. I'm just on X. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know what she on. She need to sit her ass down. He ain't got no head. Yeah, that was it. That was. Many people still don't get it. That's AI for sure. Good night, Jake. Love you. Don't give up. I love you too. Something going on in LA, but I'm not finding the live feed yet. Alright. That video you are watching matches up with the Cam heard on the what Cam heard on the Signal app. Yeah, I mean that video actually said that it was Petty last Signal chat or something. Let me see. Ice Rider Alex Pretti final Signal message. That's what the shit say. I don't know if this shit be real though. I don't be knowing. I'm moving west on 38th to spot wheel update. Shooting location. 28th. Maybe they meant to put 28th. 2-minute drive, 4-minute bike, 14-minute walk. 8-minute drive, 11-minute bike, 40-minute walk. X and shit just be on fire. I don't even know. For Alex Haiti, creation date 2016. Twitter. They're going in the same spot from the other video. Now that you saw that other video, you really see the gun clear as day. You see the officer taking it. I mean, it's in the exact same spot from the video when he kicking the cop. Look, and I never really saw it, but now with I ain't gonna say I never really saw it. I ain't never really saw it that clear. Now that I seen the other video and I kind of know where to look, or at least where he headed at in that video. You see the officer hand. His hand on it. Look, he going for it. It's right there. So, I don't know. Now it do look like this officer who shot him see that officer taking it. Hold on, man. It looked like he's looking right at it, bro. It looked like he's looking at him take it. Look, that's who gonna shoot him right here in the green with the black skull cap on and the mask. It looked like he looking directly at the agent in the gray as he take the gun off Alex. Look, it looked like he's looking at it. And he still shoot him. Look, he's running with the weapon. The weapon is gone. Hold on. This looks suspect. It looked like he see him take it. I don't know how he don't see him take it. You seen it come off him? Look, right there, he took it. When his shirt come up like that, that's from the agent snatching the gun. Look, see his whole naked back. Snatched it up off him, it's gone. Boom, that's the first shot. There you go. Comes over and shoots him multiple more times. Boom, shot him in. That's 2, 3, 4. Oh no, guys. I don't know. Hold on. Let's just go back. He in the gray. He reaching for it. He see it. He's reaching for it. He got his hand on it. And he snatches it off. Right there. He took it. I don't know, y'all. This looks suspect. I never really saw a video or saw an angle where I can determine if I felt like the agent who let the shots off knew that the agent in the gray had took the weapon off him until this video right here. He's looking right at him. Let's see, it's gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 5 seconds before he shot him. I know this video slowed down and stuff. Sorry for me to really say if that was 5 seconds. I know when the video moving at full speed, it don't seem as that it's no damn 5 seconds. So I want to make sure I say that. But with the slowed down videos and stuff, it'd be hard to come to a conclusion too. But from that, it looks like if he saw it. After watching in real time, that all happened in a second or so. Yeah, I feel like that too. That's why I said that before I saw your comment. That's crazy, but that's absolutely right. Today I asked my phone, Siri, why am I still single? And it activated the front camera. Yeah, I heard that one before, and it's just as funny as the first time. Oh my God, man, relax. Oh my God, that look a suspect. It's retarded but legal, but this will get you shot. Oh my God, X is brutal, bro.
Forced by the officers.
Yeah, explain that.
Nothing's inconsistent with this being a lawful use of force by the officers.
Yeah, explain that a bit more. Many people still wondering if the shooting was legally justified, and given what you've been able to review up until now, what is your opinion?
Well, the legal question is, did the officers who shot Alex Pretti have a reasonable, not necessarily correct, but a reasonable perception that he was presenting as an imminent, unlawful, deadly force threat? And that's presumed to be the case. A prosecutor would have to disprove that proposition beyond any reasonable doubt. So it's a very high burden to overcome that justification. And what evidence did these officers have? Well, the moment Alex Pretti interfered with the arrest of the woman in the white coat, gets shoved by a CBP officer, he makes contact with that officer. The moment he makes contact with that officer, he's just committed a federal felony good for 8 years in a federal penitentiary. That's why they were seeking to make his arrest, because they saw him commit a forcible felony against a fellow officer.
Hold on, what was the felony when he did what?
Then they discover he has a gun on his person. They take that gun. There's crop officer. He makes contact with the.
Oh no.
Yes.
Not necessarily correct, but a reasonable perception that he was presenting as an imminent, unlawful, deadly force threat. And that's presumed to be the case. A prosecutor would have to disprove that proposition beyond any reasonable doubt. So it's a very high burden to overcome that justification. And what evidence did these officers have? Well, the moment Alex Pretti interfered with the arrest of the woman in the white coat, gets shoved by a CBP officer, he makes contact with that officer. The moment he makes contact with that officer, he's just committed a federal felony good for 8 years in a federal penitentiary. That's why they were seeking to make his arrest, because they saw him commit a forcible felony against a fellow officer. Then he's non-compliant with arrest. He's fighting them. Then they discover he has a gun on his person. They take that gun. I don't know if he was fighting. Cries of gun, gun, gun. The officers call to each other. He's still non-compliant. They hear a gunshot go off, and Alex Pretty's right hand comes from his waistline with a black object in his hand.
That's a good point. I can see that.
That combination of facts is going to get you shot 999 times out of 1,000 by law enforcement, and justifiably so. They're making all these perceptions, all these decisions in a violent, chaotic melee caused by Alex Pretti. They have to make all these decisions in a split second because that's how quick someone can use a weapon against you. And those decisions, again, they don't have to be correct. The law of self-defense does not require us to make perfect decisions. It requires us to make reasonable decisions, meaning you're applying your powers of reason to the facts presented to you.
You got the link still?
You're not making things up. You're not speculating someone could have a weapon.
Now, probably the item in his hand would turn out to be maybe one of his spare magazines or maybe a cell phone.
Long story
But it
short,
doesn't
do
matter
not
what it
carry a
actually
weapon if
was.
you
It
plan
matters
on
how it
tussling
would
with
be
federal law
reasonably
enforcement. I
perceived
agree with
given that
that.
combination of facts. And reasonably
BG is
perceiving it
there
as a weapon
live.
is well within the realm of reason.
Rest in peace to Alex, man. But, to bring that weapon was such a bad decision, and then, like, I ain't saying you deserve to die, but then do what you did after having a weapon. It was just bad decisions, in my opinion, man. Just made some terrible decisions at the end. Rest in peace to you, man. It'd be so hard watching this, y'all. I ain't saying you can't do what you do. I gotta still thank you. I ain't saying you can't do what you do, but man. Somebody got a saxophone or something? Or trumpet? What he got? Like, got a saxophone. And a trumpet, right? The pots and pans, though. I know. That's how you know the message is going out. Like, bring whatever you can bring, whatever you can bang on, whatever you can make noise with. Any lights you got, we don't give a fuck. I'm surprised there ain't nobody out there be with a whole goddamn drum set. That's what's next. I mean, we done seen bands in Broadview, but not like outside the hotel. They actually like sing something. I done seen the guitars and the microphones and the drum sets and everything else. If these agents really be in them hotels, I know they be pissed though, cause ain't no sleeping. I don't care how tired you is, how hard of a sleeper you is. You're not going to sleep with this shit going on. Cameras and shit. He was just messing with law enforcement a week prior, so he was known to getting shoveling matches with ice. I saw that other video too, and even though that ain't really got nothing to do with the video where he was unalive, it do give you some type of context. It do so. And I agree. I say seeing that video from January 13th, it even shows how bad of a decision it is for him to have a weapon. Because I mean, it looked like he planned on getting active, and and he like pretty pissed off, and you don't know. These people in Minnesota is committed. You gotta give them their props. You gotta give them their credit. They the most committed protesters I've seen anywhere in the country. Ain't nobody in the country been this dedicated and this committed to the protest like these people in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Good amount of people that every time, ain't it still, they is getting people to come out. Like, people is really coming out. Look like he got a single drum. Guess one. DG, get the damn paper. You always gotta get the papers and shit. You gotta show the camera. My man's ain't even up there by the crowd yet saying fuck ICE. He's not even up there yet, bro. Dedicated for what though? They ain't changing nothing. I ain't saying they is. I'm just calling a spade a spade. This don't look dedicated to you, Canuck. I'm just saying. As far as protests go, as far as coming out in numbers and being heard and making noise or whatever you want to call it, like these people really be coming outside, like in the cold, whatever weather, tons and tons of people at a time. I think with all the truth that they are not on higher alert, and I can imagine it has to be more worse. Yes, sir. Seen someone earlier with bagpipes. Why they running? Bagpipes, threats. Okay, yeah, and I'm gonna retreat stripping. Bagpipes. Still, what's that? Why they running? Black people don't play like this. I would have been running too. I don't play like that. Let me look this up, man. Still, I ain't seen. Oh, that's this thing. Oh my God, what was the wrestler name, y'all? Is this Maple Grove? I don't know. It seems like when it's these hotels, they be in Maple Grove. Is it Maple Grove still? What was that wrestler name, y'all? Damn, I forget his name. Instrument, yeah, I'm seeing it. What was that wrestler name? Damn, way back in the day. I forgot his name, man. BG, where is you going? I think it was there, but not 100%. I think it was here, but not 100% off. Where this man going? Some dying. Roddy Piper. Bang. There it is. Thank you, more. Roddy Piper. That's who it was. Where my wrestling fans at? It was not Ice-T. The Ice-T had one, y'all. I am not sure. Hey, Roddy Piper, y'all. With the little dress thing on, whatever you want to call it. You feel me? If it's another name for it in that culture, and, you know, I don't know. Well, you know, here in America, that's a dress, but whatever. Roddy used to have that joint on. I think of the band Korn, LOL. Is he going down here because he see police lights or what? You ain't on the scene right now, BG. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I used to be. I kind of grew out of it, but growing up, every Christmas we got wrestling mans and wrestling rings, the cages, all the pay-per-views, the shirts, man. We used to love wrestling. These cops here don't play, they would get them, you know, who's in charge. It's a kilt, Jake. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not pretty sure they had. You know, I'm American. You feel me? You know, that's a dress. I should go over to my cousin's house and get this damn microphone now. I ain't got nothing to do. Might well go over there, huh? Get the damn microphone. Is the hotel boarded up? Is it boarded up? Look how cold it is, man. People dedicated. Let me see what this asshole is showing right quick. That ain't live. Let me see this thing. This ass probably ain't even outside. Biscuit head up. Oh, they wrapped around the building. It looked like it. It looked like the building was boarded up. Well, I'm seeing the shit wrong. Oh, he got a bucket. She got a pot, a bucket. iPhone launched in 2015. Looks like an iPhone launched in 2015. I know, right? Look like an Xbox or something to come out down there. Yeah, damn. Cameras are always the most annoying. I ain't gonna lie. White women, I ain't calling Karens, whatever. I know what a Karen is, though, but white women be the loudest at every protest I done been to. Probably a select few, it ain't been a white woman who been the loudest one. Like, these protesters be 90% white folks, 95% white folks. I don't even see a lot of I don't know. I can't say I don't see a lot of Mexican people because I guess it depends on where you at. Like I say I don't see a lot of Mexican people that Broadview per se unless some type of Mexican organization is coming or it's saying like the Mexican people rather do they protesting in their own communities with their own people or whatever. Cause like we go to a little village, it'd be a shitload of a whole bunch of white people standing in line. I know, right? It look like the damn joint's coming out. They got it blocked off and shit. That's a big ass hotel too. Them police in that green will start locking motherfuckers up though, I ain't gonna lie. They got it blocked off though, so I guess they just gonna let them do it as long as you don't come past the barrier and that type of shit. Still, this ain't the same hotel, Lizzie, cause this motherfucker humongous. This the same hotel? Imagine if they put effort into doing something positive and work with the legislature to write a bill to pass into law. Think in a lot of ways, people want chaos, man. People are mad, you know. Look at that. What the fuck is that? Look at that, a Philadelphia band? These people got everything. That's definitely, oh, it's a new hotel. That motherfucker too big. Every ICE agent in the goddamn state up in there. With all these people out in Minnesota in these cold ass temperatures, they better hope this shit ain't still going on in Minnesota when the temperature break. Oh my God, there's gonna be too many people. I'm a white woman, but not liberal. I love hell. Y'all jokes kill me. Every instrument in the goddamn world. They'll be smart if they just came out with one of them guitars with the big ass speaker and keep hitting the little bass thing, you know, like on some rock star shit. That should be loud as hell. Sound like Barb off the Trolls movie or some shit with that one. He red in the face. He red in the face. Oh. Hey, so that's what I mean by dedicated. That's what I mean. Tell me that ain't no real dedication. Shit, it's cold as hell out there. They already got a new no king protest strategy for Mars. You know it. Hey, it's spring, summer, fall, all that is just finna be, it's finna be going on. It's finna be going on. That's all people really waiting on. It's the winner to get up out of here. He earning that money. Relax. Relax. I'm so ashamed of my people. Relax. You would try to call me when I'm on string. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me take this phone call. Hold on. Hello? Police were arresting people. Yeah, the other day, a lot of people got arrested. They was arresting people today. There go that lady. Jesus. That ice don't even hear the whistle. I hear that noise. You need to start a food truck business and go to Minneapolis. You is not lying. You could just be selling anything. Tacos, chicken wings. You could just, man, anything. You is not lying. That is a great idea. I would have my headphones on with some good earplugs. I know, for real though, cause I mean, it's what they trying to do, but boys, they doing it. They make a hell of noise. I think I'm just gonna end the screen. I mean, this is just... It's irritating. I know it's by design, but it's like... I don't want to sit here and watch this. Fool with X-Laxant. Not the X-Lax. Yeah, I mean, this just flat out irritating, y'all. I don't want to sit here and watch this. As long as it's peaceful like this, they will probably let them continue, and knowing that it may be, it's still peaceful, yeah. I mean, peaceful in the sense that they ain't breaking none or hurting nobody, but as far as noise, you know, ain't no peace. I get what you're saying, though. You would think you would be able to say something like, yeah, we got a noise complaint, you know, like, you know, people are complaining they can't sleep for all the noise that, you know, I don't know. Is this part of freedom of speech? Is banging and making noise and drums and saxophones and all that, is this stuff, does this all fall under free speech? I don't know, I wouldn't think so. But I don't know either. Maybe they have a sound ordinance. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's been times where we having house parties and we got the music loud and the police come say, hey, we got a noise complaint, you got to cut that down, you got to end the party at a certain hour, okay? So it's 9 o'clock. All that's boarded up. Look at that Starbucks. That Starbucks is boarded up, ain't it? It look like that stuff boarded up. Am I tripping? Or is them boards on all these businesses? A noisy, peaceful protest. Ironic. It's definitely ironic. They doing the drums for measuring up how dedicated the crowds are and let them get a feel for how committed the people there are. All them businesses is boarded up. Everything around there is boarded up. You see the boards. Look at that. All down there, that stuff is boarded up. The more committed people have, the more confident they get engaged in flagrantly illegal activity to further their ends. Yeah, all them businesses boarded they shit up. They say don't break our windows and vandalize our property. That stuff boarded up. Look at that. Starbucks say no. They're definitely expecting them. Yeah, remember we was watching that other live a couple days ago. I think that was us. I think it was on stream. I don't know. Or we talked about it or something, but it definitely was people starting to board stuff up. You guys see what's going on in Georgia? Nah, what's going on in Georgia? Cam has a new video that came about an hour ago. I guess we'll watch that because I'm getting close to ending the stream. Just because this is nerve wracking to me, guys. I don't know watching this stuff all the way down. This ain't doing it for me.
Yeah, that great F-150 just drove past me on the opposite way towards Cedar. That was on Lake and Park.
Thanks. You can say we've got 2 commuters behind that F-150. Do we have folks are whistling at this? It looks like this is a confirmed.
It's right at the polling station, but maybe more on. Oh yeah, I saw that. Say it got something to do with the 2020 election. We need to leave that shit alone. That damn election was not rigged. Leave that shit alone. Look what's going on in the country. We still worried about some goddamn 2020. Trump, you president now. Like, we gotta be real about that shit. What the fuck? You still got your 2 terms, brother. I mean, goddamn. You the fuck? Leave that shit alone.
So let's talk about what I found. So the first thing is the intent and express purpose of these signal chats is to
Hello,
hunt
it was
down
very
and
irritating.
impede federal law enforcement. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about or what this is, there is a sophisticated and organized network of signal chats. Signal is an encrypted messaging app that is used by leftists in Minneapolis and all around the country.
It's probably used by more than leftists.
Coordinate action against federal law enforcement when they're conducting field operations. Now, what this consists of is a number of roles and what they call shifts. So some of
Yo,
those
I just made chili from scratch. It feels pretty good between all the cold days. I know, right? We've been talking about chili every stream in this chat because it's been so cold.
The car, but on foot. They operate within specific zones. So each area of the city, south, north, east, west, northwest, north, south, etc., have patrol zones within those zones of the city that they are supposed to stick to. They also have dispatchers, plate checkers, etc., medics, all of these things. And they have an emoji code that's set up to identify who is what role and when they're on shift. So when they clock in for their shift, I find it hard to believe that they're not being paid when they're taking literal shifts for 6 to 8 hours a day doing these roles. They change an emoji next to their name that correlates with the emoji code that indicates what they're doing.
Let's check that out.
So within the chat, they will send license plate numbers, literal shifts for 6.
Check it out. 13 clear, 6 marks suspicious, 14 shifts, 7 check-ins, 7 shifts, 7 no's, 4 check-ins, 8 shifts, 5 check-ins, 2 clear, 8 shifts, 6 check-ins, 4 oh shit. I mean, it looks like somebody will be getting paid how they keep track of it and shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm just calling a spade here, people.
6 to 8
And
hours.
y'all see Jake Lane going back to Minneapolis, people. He going back to Minneapolis this week. He put it on X.
What they're doing. So within the chat,
I love me some chili. Me
send
too. Bon
license plate
appetit, man.
numbers, intersections where they saw the vehicles, photos of the vehicles, etc. And then the patrols will go chase those vehicles if they're believed to be ICE.
Yeah, that great F-150 just drove past me on the opposite way towards Cedar. That was on Lake and Park.
That's awesome.
Thanks. You can say we've got 2 commuters behind that F-150.
There is a sophisticated license plate database that has been built out by the leftists. And basically, it's an Airtable database. So they submit a form when they believe the vehicle is ICE. They describe the vehicle, they leave the plate number, they explain why they think it's ICE, and then they check a few boxes. Maybe it was seen at the Whipple Federal Building, maybe it was seen in a convoy, maybe they saw agents in the front seat, maybe it was seen during the deportation operation, perhaps somebody was detained by the occupants of this vehicle, etc.
The person that just asked for a plate check a minute ago that said 218AF.
Yeah, it's a white Chevy truck, pickup truck.
Thank you. If you can get documentation, video, or photos of that plate on that car, we can document. Thank you.
Stupid
That
is,
vehicle
stupid
is
is.
then tagged as confirmed ICE, highly suspected to be ICE, possibly ICE or not ICE.
Update on the corner of 32nd and 15th. This Kia, Massachusetts. Folks are whistling at this. It looks like this is a confirmed ICE vehicle. The men inside are appear to be ICE, according to the people who are up the window. They have gators.
That is how the dispatcher, which runs a 24/7 call in each of the signal chats that are dedicated to patrols, will determine how to send people or how many people to send. And they do this in conjunction with a tactic that they call SALUTE, which is an acronym which stands for size/strength, action/activities, location, where it's happening, uniforms, what agency are they with, time, and equipment. So they know everything about
Put documented regular citizens' license plates.
are,
I mean, what they believe to be federal agents.
what they're doing, what their
And also
activity is,
posted
they
it
know where
on
it is,
YouTube.
they know what
That is
agency
creepy.
they're with, they know the time it happened, and they know what they're rolling with.
If it's a regular person and they get it wrong, that definitely get creepy fast.
Do they have tear gas?
Could lead to the wrong shit for real.
40mm launchers? Do they have their pistols drawn? What is it? What do they have? Each of these roles, the patrols, the dispatch, the plate checkers, etc., they all work in conjunction with each other. The information is funneled to the dispatcher, and the dispatcher sends people. Each of those roles has a training for how to operate in that role, a training that I was able to get my hands on, the manual. Some of the messages in the signal indicated that there is a home base. Somebody indicated that they were leaving their shift and heading back to the home base where they were expected. Another message indicated that local police departments were aiding them, talking about potentially the police department impeding ICE. In their legal advice chat, which is basically dedicated to people who have had experiences with federal agents that they deem illegitimate or something, they go to these chats or this chat to report those things and get legal advice from attorneys who are the admins of the chat, one of which we identified, Anna Hall. Within the description of that chat, there are links to Attorney General of Minnesota, Keith Ellison's website for reporting federal agents, and there are also forums for the Democratic Socialists of America where they report local police departments who might be working with ICE to elected officials. Now the question here is, if you're reporting a local police officer to elected officials for aiding and abetting federal agents, ICE, that's not illegal. It's not a crime. What do those elected officials, what are they expected to do? Do they penalize the officer? Do they demote them?
Getting scary about a moment. I say that every day. It's so
what's
true.
the point of doing it in the first place? It seems that elected officials are very likely working with this sophisticated organized network of what are essentially domestic terrorists whose sole intent purpose is to impede and obstruct.
I don't know if they domestic terrorists. I think that's just going too far.
They call them. They're not there to organize protests. It's not the point of them. They don't organize protests. In fact, they use part of their emoji code is a broom emoji. It's a sweep, right? It means delete this message now and basically get out of here. This is not the place for this. That's what the broom emoji means. when people talk about protests in the chats, the broom emoji is tagged on them. They're not supposed to talk about protests because it's not the point of the chats. The point of the chats is rapid response. If you drive around South Minneapolis, where there's the most activity, you'll be hard-pressed to find federal activity. They do their operations very quickly, and they're driving around a lot of times. It's very difficult to find them and track them down. I know that because I did it. I tried to find federal law enforcement activity. It's very difficult unless you're in these signal chats that have, at any given time, at least 75 people in each sector hunting down federal agents. Lots of eyes,
75
lots of
in each
people tracking
sector?
in lots of different places all at once.
I'm so happy you
That's their
met
purpose.
Cam and
Hunting
got
down
away from
federal
those
law
crazy
enforcement,
people.
preventing them from being able to do their
I
job.
was the
And
crazy
they're
people.
very open about this. It's all that happens in these chats all day. It's sending license plate numbers, dropping intersections, and then people going to those intersections. In fact, our vehicle was tagged as confirmed ICE because we drove right behind former commander, now Chief Greg Bavino's convoy. We were then tagged as having joined the convoy. We actually had the dispatch call pulled up during that whole incident. And, Ford F-150 joins the convoy, confirmed ICE, confirmed ICE. And they already thought we were ICE. We were highly suspected ICE. Now they're confirming that we're ICE.
White Chevy Silverado with the newly changed plates with the code sticker on the back. We're
So
on
that's the one
Irving
that was
and
following
Lake
him, right?
going
Yeah.
north on Irving. We seem to be the only commuters following. Just wanted to give an update on our location. Thank you. Do you have anyone in the car with you? Yes, I do. Lovely. Thank you. And we are getting a photo sent to the chat for confirmation.
This is John 612 that we are at Grand and Lake. We're heading toward Irving. We can try and join you.
Thank you, John 612.
Hey, this is Lokito. I'm getting some messages from the WhatsApp group that they're driving around on 28, 29 Pleasant and Pillsbury Avenue. If you want to swing by there first, I'm making my way down that way as well. I am on Lake Park.
I'll relay to the Spanish chat, or sorry, relay to the Uptown Whittier.
Fire.
Thanks, sir.
That Ford just bring us to Great last but shit.
Please go on mute. John 612, please go on mute. Lokito, go ahead.
Yeah, that great F-150 just drove past me on the opposite way towards Cedar. That was on Lake and Park.
Thanks.
He's all over.
Okay, we've got two commuters behind that F-150.
Treachery and betrayal to be expected from such pathetic
Do
people.
we have anyone in this call who's at 28th, 29th Pleasant right now? Lokito, you're not there, correct?
They tracking them down.
Correct, I am on 3rd and Lake. I will be there in probably like 2 or 3 minutes.
This is Liv. I'm at Cedar and Lake going west. Do you want me to keep an eye out?
I'm concerned about the reports from the Spanish WhatsApp about 28th, 29th, and Pleasant. Ern's relaying to Uptown, but Lokito, if you could head there, if you're up for heading there, and you're only a minute or two out, that'd be great.
Hey, this is Kubar. We're also about a minute out.
Nah, if it's not
We're
obstruction.
not ICE. Why are you guys following us? And they leave like right when we got out of the car. We're not ICE. We're not ICE. We're following them because they were following us.
You look suspicious as fuck.
Wait, so should people follow and harass any suspicious looking person?
So where's Jake's politics these days? What you
Why are you
mean?
guys following us?
I'm still Jake in the middle. This is crazy. This is.
No.
Get in your truck and get the fuck out.
Why?
Because you need to go. Confirmed ICE.
We're not ICE.
Yeah, same with the people that you're abducting. Get out.
We're not because we're being followed. They're following us, and they came up. We didn't even know they were following us until they came up and said we.
I'm still in the middle. Yeah, I know. I mean,
Okay. We don't want people following us. Go to the airport. And hurting us when we get home. They stay right behind you. They're gonna stay right all the way back to where we're staying, right?
they ain't gonna hurt you. They gonna stay right behind you.
Why we're Americans? Why are we being forced out of a neighborhood? We're reporters.
We have Americans being detained.
We're not detaining anybody.
People who are claiming to be federal agents.
We're not claiming that.
So you can tell we're a little bit on edge.
That's fine, but it doesn't give you the right to run people out of town.
Yeah, so why are you here, though?
We're reporters.
Join the protest against ICE?
We are reporters.
You're reporters with who?
Copy that.
I'm an independent journalist. I sell
So-
my footage.
What's your handle?
What's my handle?
Yeah.
I sell my footage.
Really? Yeah, you're pretty established.
I sell my
Where are your
footage.
press credentials?
I have them in my pocket. I showed them.
You have press credentials?
Yes, sir. In my pocket.
Don't show him.
1 second.
His ass ain't don't.
We had like 5 tails the entire day. 5 people in their cars following us. We do a full circle, right turn, right turn, right turn, right turn, and they followed us the entire way. Now we're just private citizens. We're journalists doing our job as journalists, and now we're caught in the crossfire of this. We can't go to southern Minneapolis with that vehicle without catching the tail. Okay, and when they found out who I was, it got even worse. The harassment and physical contact got even worse. And I'm not the only journalist who's experienced this. I know several other journalists, some of whom aren't even necessarily right-wingers, probably are more sympathetic to the protesters who this very thing happened to because they were believed to be ICE.
That's what they definitely be acting like they own.
To be hostile media. And to be clear, you can show them your press badge all you
I mean,
want.
if people got different opinions, just leave them alone. I tell the protesters I be around that all the time. Why you don't just act like they ain't there? Why you don't act like you don't see them? Why you gotta like get violence and start fights and all this shit? Yeah, everyone. Yeah, I know what you mean.
They will come after you. And I recorded
I'm on drugs from the reaching surgery. LOL. Okay, I hope you're doing fine. Hope you have a nice and speedy recovery.
They're going to follow me until I go to the
I
airport.
had surgery not too long ago myself.
The funding aspect of this, mutual aid, they work with local businesses, local nonprofits, schools even, to provide mutual aid to this network of insurrectionists. And they list those businesses publicly in these signal chats. They utilize crowdfunding, GoFundMe, etc.
Yesterday was the 10-year anniversary of the boy who?
Warmers, their coats, stuff that helps them stay safe from the elements, probably
Assassination
gas,
by
things
the
like that.
FBI, still no
Alex
justice.
Pretti,
Dang, who
who
is that? What is
recently
that?
killed, is confirmed a member of this signal network. And I know that
Pull out the
because
phone.
right after he was killed, I watched people in the signal chat call him an observer, which is their name for the people who follow ICE.
Obviously, this is a somber day. We had another ICE documenter responder murdered yesterday in Minneapolis. We are grappling.
It was then confirmed by his neighbors, and then confirmed by...
It's this guy passed away January 26th. So the anniversary was like 2 days ago.
Several other internet sleuths dug even further and actually found his username and found his last messages in the signal chat where he was chasing the agents that ultimately killed him. Renee Nicole Good, I don't have 100% confirmation, but she was definitely in this signal network. And I say that because, again, you're not going to find that federal activity unless you're in these signal chats. Okay? She had been following them around all day, according to the people who witnessed the situation. In fact, she was one of the leading cars, and she was engaging in the exact activity that they instruct their observers to engage in
What happened in his car?
trainings. These people were killed because they were insurrectionists who set out with the express intent of assaulting, obstructing, harassing, and impeding federal law enforcement efforts. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm still undercover in these chats, and I'm going to continue releasing information on my X, which is just @CamHigby. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you'd like to help my self-funded journalistic efforts, check the description below. There are a number of ways you can support me by contributing to my security fund.
Thanks for showing up, Zion. I don't really drink other than beer, and that's really occasional. Yeah, I'm kind of just like that too. I have some liquor now and then, but that really ain't my thing either. I'm a straight lightweight. 2 beers or 2 cups or anything, and that's the end of that. Yeah, but the FBI got in trouble for removing shell cases, and they said they never fired a shot. Oh my God, do we need to look into that? What?
This is where the sense of pride and resolve that Minnesotans are feeling, and you can feel it reaching.
Listen to you, Walt. I ain't gonna lie. Walt, whatever the fuck. Cut it. I don't regret it. I was just watching that Cam video. Me too. I have some. What is that? Jake, can you or the corruption more now than before? Can I what? FBI always be lying. Hey, there you have it. Jake, can you come the corruption more now than before? I can't get it. Can you see the corruption more now than when you met Cam? I mean, this situation is what I will say is I got more of an open mind, and I'm the type of person now who just looking for what's right and what's wrong. So if I feel like whatever from situation to situation, whether I feel like the government was wrong or protesters was wrong, I'm just gonna say what I see. I'm just gonna be honest. So I'm just an unbiased journalist. I mean, situation to situation, I'm just gonna say what I see, or say what I think, or say what I feel, or what I believe to be true, and there ain't gonna be no bias in that. I ain't gonna worry about who it might piss off, what I'm saying, who might don't like me or whatever. I'm just here to keep it real. Unbiased journalism. That's what I'm trying to do. So we're gonna try to take this to the next level, and something I hopefully I can keep doing. So at this point, I look at this like a job. No matter how many people watching or what's going on, look at it like a job, treat it with the dedication of a job, and it's my job to tell the truth and be honest. Has anyone ever told you that you look like a young Keith David? See that? I don't know Keith David. Hold on. I don't know Keith David. I know this ain't Keith David, gang. This dude? Y'all be pissing. No, ain't nobody never told me that. This gun, you coming here choosing violence. I worry people won't wake up to the truth until it's too late. It's some truth to that. Can't say everybody. I know that ain't the Keith David you talking about, brother. I don't look nothing like this man, broski. The thing came on earlier today and thought you looked like him. And you was watching the thing? This the man off, what's that little preacher show called? Green Leaf? When he a preacher? Come on. Man, hey, ain't nobody never told me in my entire life I look like Keith David. No. So you the first one ever, and you wrong. And I ain't saying wrong in your opinion. You wrong like foul, like you're bogus. I shouldn't even Googled it. My man told me don't Google. Person ran vehicles in entry of 770 Eastern Parkway. Well, I'm saying Brooklyn, New York. What? He looked different as a young man. I don't think he an ugly older man or nothing like that. I just don't think he looked like me. I rock with him. If you black, all the black classic films he done played in, the TV shows, oh, black people love him. I just never knew his name. What did Cinderella do when she got to the ball? She choked. Yeah. Kills me. Absolutely kills me. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it, blood bears. People out here acting crazy all over the goddamn world. I gotta get my FOID. I gotta get my, you hear me? Okay, y'all can go on with that. I see awesome Jew. What is this? A man play. I'm saying all this going on now. Oh, this another angle or what? Why is he doing it though? Was that like a Muslim place or something? Help me out. What are you doing that for? Take that shit off the screen. Damn, y'all. Sweet. Take that shit off the screen. Lock it in the chat. What's that? The last thing in the room that I don't know. What? Off their meds for real. In the last 35 minutes. That happened in the last 35 minutes? Cutting out the laptop. That's what I'm saying. Tweaking on. Bing, bing, bing. I ain't did nothing to you. I give up. The whole damn world lost his mind. I almost choked on my water. Hey, guys, Stones are back at the protest. I know, right? It been a minute. I ain't really been seeing them like that. Wait till the summer, though. Wait till the spring, not even the summer. They gonna be out there dressed like goddamn Barney. Killing me. Pull off my phone, dude. Good night, Maury. See you later. I'm going to go. Hope you have a great evening. I'm going to go sleep off these meds. Take care, Jake knows. Thanks for watching. You take care of yourself. I appreciate you. I'm probably finna end the stream myself. I've been streaming for 2 hours. I really just wanted to get over here and look at that Alex video of him kicking the tail light, have a great evening and stuff like that. But I mean, I ain't got too much desire to sit here and watch this on stream with all the noise making and things like that. I'm probably just gonna end the stream right here, stop it right here at 2 hours. I love y'all, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching me and supporting me. It means a lot to me. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. But I'm gonna go end the stream. And I'll be back on stream tomorrow. I'm gonna go get that microphone for real. Get up in the morning and go get it. Yeah, to catch anyone to contact their representative to have immigration laws change, and would that make too much sense? I don't think they think about that. Thank you to the mods. Appreciate all the mods. Appreciate everybody who watched. Anybody who sent me a PayPal or a super chat or anything like that. I love y'all. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. And we'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna